I'm back. Yeah, it took a while, but when I watched this, I had no choice but to say yes. I am posting this. Yes, I have to post. I have never once, not once, and there's a lot of things I have done. A lot of things. I have never watched a movie and made a family chart. Made a chart, blotted it down from grandma to daughter. This movie, and a lot of things, when I say this, a lot of people say things are like car crashes in the sense that you can't look away from them. This was the most fiery, burning car crash I ever watched. Really. It's like, and I love bad things, okay? I love bad movies, love them, I eat them up. I can't get enough. I'm obsessed, to say the least. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. I took notes. I have extensive notes on the plot that we will be going through today. So, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for me to describe this movie. And also, before I start, I recommend you watch the movie. Please, 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 please watch the movie. Pause it. Find it on YouTube. Google it. Pay for it. I don't care. I recommend, without a doubt, hands down, you watch the movie before you watch this. So I'm going to give you a second to click out and go find the movie and watch it, and then come back here. Okay. My friend Reagan showed this to me because she watched it with her mom, because her mom read it as a child. V.C. Andrews is one of the most demented people I've ever seen. Like, I thought the girl who wrote Interview with the Vampire, I thought Anne Rice was a character. I guess it's that whole generation, because I didn't think writing a relationship between an 8-year-old and a man, well, I can't really, and they're vampires, so let's not get into it and let's not compare that, because I actually love that show, but I didn't think I'd ever be shocked again like that. Okay, so let's talk about Dawn. Dawn is 16, 17 maybe, I don't know. We'll see if I remember, if it's important, low-key. I think she's 16 at the beginning, 16 or 17. So she's poor.
Hi. Okay.
And she lives in like an apartment, I think, or a really, really small house with her mom, her dad, and her brother, Jimmy, okay? And her mom is pregnant also, by the way, like literally about to pop pregnant. And they're so poor that her and her brother are sharing a bed. And her brother is even either in the same grade as her or a year younger or above her. But they're like right there, same age. And so they're literally sharing a bed. And the vibes these two have off the bat. It's like, it's scary. It is very scary. It's very scary to say the least, because they are siblings. This is only the beginning. So their dad just got a new job as lead janitor at this fancy like prep school, like private school. Like, think of like the schools that like Northwest and like Paris Hilton go to, like rich kid schools. And Dawn's big dream is to be a singer. So the dad's like, now that I got this new job, like, you're gonna be a singer and you can work on your singing career and everything's gonna work out perfect. And Jimmy is like, meh, all these rich people, meh, meh, meh. And the mom's just like kind of there, like first day of school, and like, you know, don't want to set a bad impression. And then we're at gym and we're in this locker scene, and I thought a girl was about to get bullied, but no one's really paying her mind because they're like, you're poor. Like, okay, you're poor, whatever, what are we gonna do? And then enter Clara Jean. Clara Jean, take names. She don't play. She's in the school locker room inside smoking a cigarette. All right, smoking a cigarette inside of a gym locker room. And then the teacher comes in. So she doesn't put the cigarette out. She just puts it in an ashtray in her locker. And the teacher's like, what's that burning smell? And then Dawn is like, I think I see smoke coming from that locker over there. I don't know. points at Clara Jean's locker. So the gym teacher goes out, opens the locker, sees a lit cigarette, and is like, Clara Jean, you're done for. And like, again, they're rich kids, so like done for is like what? Detention for smoking at most, if even. Like, she's like, well, hear about this, Clara Jean. So immediately Dawn makes an enemy. And it's like, a lot of the times I can give them like the time of day, but girl, mind your business. But also, I probably would have done it too. I've been like, damn, there's smoke. Damn. But like, please, you know there's a hierarchy going on, and you're not gonna pay attention, like, stupid whore. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. So she makes an enemy of Clara Jean immediately. Nope. Immediately, she already has an enemy. And like, bro, like, really, nope. Be for real, like. And then Philip, who was Clara Jean's brother, okay, is really into her, and she's like, oh, hey Philip, hey. And then at lunch, they're like, why are we talking to Philip? And she's like, oh, is he like a big deal? Philip and Clara Jean are cutlers. Cutlers are like, let's go back to Paris Hilton, Hiltons, okay? They own a huge, multifaceted company that's like this huge like hotel with other things. Like, I don't even know how many businesses they have, but they got businesses, okay?
Kings, I work, you got a job? Baby, I own businesses.
They're hella rich. They're like, there's normal money and then there's cutler money. Like creme de la creme of money, don't play. So then she's like, damn. Like, oh, damn. That made an enemy of the richest person in this entire town, who's the most powerful person at the school, and now her brother's kind of into me. And here's the thing with Philip. The outfits, because it's set in the 70s, okay? The outfits are not his skinny jeans. Over it. So she's still at the school, and again, singing. She's really into singing. So the first day of choir, she's singing, and apparently she has perfect pitch. And also, the girl who plays Dawn is the same girl that played like Bella from Bella and the Bulldogs. So every time she's going, she's like, I just keep hearing the theme song of Bella and the Bulldogs over and over and over again. And also, like, her singing is not her singing. She's obviously not singing. Someone else is singing over her, and she's just lip singing, because it's literally giving the Lizzie McGuire la 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 la. Y'all know what I'm talking about, where it's like obviously not her singing that. La 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 la. And she's like, anyway, regardless, I'm just getting into the itty bitty details. The director is like, oh my god, she can really sing. Clara Jean, you have to have some competition. Pisses Clara Jean off even more, because she don't play by choir. She don't play by that choir. And if y'all ever met a choir kid that's rich, they don't play. Like, I'm scared. I'd be scared. I'd be like, and then she's creating even more of an enemy of Clara Jean. Like, she has crossed the line that you cannot cross. Like, you cannot threaten a soloist solo. Like, you're done for. Philip asked her on a date. And she's like, damn. She's like, okay, I'll go on a date with you. I just have to ask my parents. Like, okay. So at this time, the mom just gave birth to their baby. So the mom gave birth to the baby, forgot the baby's name. We're just gonna call the baby because it's not important, okay? So the mom has the baby, and everyone's like, yay, baby. Again, I don't know why she's having a child when her two teenage children are sharing a bed in a... It's giving the one family where they have like 7 kids and they sleep in the front room. So they have one apartment, okay? And their front room, there's a bed in their front room. The kitchen is in the front room. Like, it's a studio-ass apartment with one room to the side. And the parents are sharing the room. And then the kids are in the living room on a bed, like a futon pull-out bed type beat. Like, they can walk to the kitchen without even having to leave their room. With the bed they share. And parents just had another baby. We're not gonna talk about logistics, but VC Andrews. So then, you know, all this stuff, the mom, she's having an enemy, the mom just gave birth. She's like, I'm actually not gonna ask my parents. So she goes on a date with Philip, and first of all, he has in his fancy car, sunroof down, takes her to this like field, drives into like a field in the middle of the day, starts like making out with her, like fondling her, like trying to put his hands up her skirt, and she's like, whoa, like calm down, like that they just started like calm down. And then he literally like masterclass manipulates her. Like I didn't even realize what he was doing before. I had to go back and be like, damn, if I was a man, taking damn notes, because he was like, it's okay, like I don't want to make him feel like da, like it's okay, like I'm so sorry, like I just thought, no, I'm sorry, I'm like so sorry, and let's go, like I'm sorry, I ruined the vibe, like let's go. And she's like, we don't have to go yet. Hella manipulated, hella. So I don't think they do anything else after that, but like he takes her home, and then the next day at class, people are calling her a slut. Everyone's like a slut. Like apparently Philip told probably everyone that listened, because Philip, he gives that energy, like he gives musty ASF. So then Jimmy's like got into a fight with some random dude calling Dawn a slut, and he's like, and then she's like, why did you get into a fight, Jimmy? What are you doing, Jimmy? What? And he's like, they called you a slut. And then the next best thing for him to do is run away. He runs away. He gets into a fight for defending his sister for someone calling her a slut, and then he runs away. And then later that night he comes back like soaked in, like it's just a shirt soaked, and then Dawn is like, oh my god, how are you? Oh my god. Also, I find Jimmy very, very attractive. I do. He looks like he could be a real life version of the guy from Flushed Away, and I'm very attracted to him, but we're not gonna talk about that. Like, I didn't mind him being on screen. I didn't. And it got to a point where it was like, I don't want him here, but like he's fine as hell. But okay, we'll get to that. So all that happens, and then the solo's coming out. So people are calling her a slut. Her brother's getting in a fight. Like she's still living in the room, sharing a bed with her brother. And the solo comes. So she got the solo, and it's the big recital, like the huge recital. And like she's getting ready for it, prepping it, and she's so excited. And she's talking to her mom, and she's talking to her dad, and she's getting ready, she's practicing. And her mom is just like getting sick. Like her mom is like not really recovering from giving birth to this baby. And she's talking to her dad, and she's like she doesn't seem okay. We need to take her in. And the dad's like, she's fine. Like she's fine. Like calm down. Like she just had a baby. She's fine. And Dawn is like, I don't think she's fine. Like I really don't. And Dad's like, she's fine. She's fine. And he like does not want to go get her medical attention. Like a little weird, but whatever. Dawn is still getting prepped for her like, solo. And the day of her solo, she does great. That auto-tune Lizzie McGuire beat really hits. And she devours apparently, and everyone's cheering her on. And backstage, she has flowers. People got her flowers. Like she was that good. She got some damn flowers. And then Jimmy's running back, and she's like, "Oh, okay, like you're gonna hug me, Jimmy." And then he's like, "The mom's in the hospital. So they go to the hospital, and literally when they get there, the mom dies. Okay, she dies of tuberculosis. And they were like, you should have taken her in sooner. Like, I'm sorry, like there's nothing we could do. Like you should have brought her in sooner and we could do something. So the dad pretty much killed the mom because he didn't want to take her into the hospital, and she died of tuberculosis. It's so 70s, like TB. What do you mean she's dying of TB? And then she's like crying, and literally in the room, like her mom just died, and the police come, and we're like, you gotta come with us to the dad. And Dawn and Jimmy are like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, why are you arresting our dad? What are you doing? He gets arrested, and they go, there's been a kidnapping. Your dad's a kidnapper, to Jimmy and Dawn. And they're like, what? And then from there, the cops pretty much separate them. And then Dawn's in a room, and they're like, she's like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? My mom just died. You arrested my dad. I don't know where my baby sister is. Jimmy is nowhere to be found. You stole Jimmy away from me. What is going on? And they're like, your dad kidnapped someone. And she's like, you're crazy. Like, you're actually crazy. Like, my dad, who I've lived with forever, kidnapped someone. Like, I think I would have known. Yeah. Good luck. You're saying my dad is like Jeffrey Dahmer? Yeah. And they're like, no, he kidnapped you. She's like, what? What do you mean? Like, you get me? What do you mean? And they're like, we're gonna bring you back to your rightful parents. And she's like, what is going on? She's like, where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? Where's my little sister? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't just go here without saying bye to them. And they're like, yeah, the police already brought him to foster care and your little sister's already there. So, sorry about it. So she goes at night, okay? And she's going, and when they get there, she's like, what's going on? Like, where am I? And she meets this old lady, baddie, honestly businesswoman baddie. And she's like, what's going on? Where am I? And they're like, you'll see your parents in the morning. But for all you need to know, I run everything. And Dawn's like,
oh, who is you?
I'm your grandmother.
Lean back, acting like you don't get up and do something. Get up and do something.
the grandmother's a cutler. A cutler. She's a cutler. She got brought to the hotel. She's a cutler. I don't know if you guys know what it means, but I'll break it down in a second once I get this covered. She's a cutler. Dawn is a cutler. Okay. But the grandma's like, if you want to be here, you have to work. You have to work to be here. So this girl loses her mom. Her dad gets arrested for kidnapping her. And then her grandma puts her in a maid uniform and is making her work at the hotel as a maid. And so the next day, she pretty much meets her mom and meets her dad. And the dad is like, I don't know. The dad, I don't even know how to explain the dad. I will show you a picture of the dad. I do not even know how to explain him. He's like the most like, how do I word this? He's like those people, him and his mom, it's Loki giving those moms who are in love with their sons. And he only listens to his mom. Her mom, okay, Laura Jean, clock it, Laura Jean. Also the dad's name is Randolph, so Randolph. But Laura Jean, the mom, not Clara Jean, the daughter. Yeah, her sister Clara Jean, by the way. Laura Jean is like, she's like dumb, like weird. She's weird. She's like, oh, so lovely that you're here. Lovely to see you. And she's like, she has like a stuffed cat because she had a cat. The grandma found out she had a cat, so the grandma had it killed. So she stuffs it and talks to it, and it's her best friend. Like, enough said. And all this is happening, and she's like, I don't even know how to process it. My mom, who's not my mom, died. Grieving that. My dad, who's not my dad, is arrested. My new dad is crazy. My grandma hates me. My sister hates me. And my biological brother I made out with, and he tried to put his hand on my skirt. Okay. This is all happening in less than 24 hours for Dawn. Okay. So, she's cleaning, right? I'll just describe the scene because this is the best way I can do it. She's cleaning. Somebody comes up behind her. It's Philip. Okay. She's like, hi, Philip. What are you doing? Philip's like, how do you do it? He keeps getting closer. How do you do it? She's like, do what? He's like, turn it off. How do you turn it off? Turn what off? How can we just pretend like nothing happened?
They told me. I don't even know what to think.
Neither. I keep thinking I'm in this insane dream, but when I wake up, I'm still here.
What I mean is, I don't know what to think about us.
Us. Philip, there's no us.
No, I know, it's... How do you turn it off? Huh? Just like that? I mean, I still feel about you the way I felt before.
Well, obviously we can't think like that anymore.
Can't we?
That's your sister.
That's your sister.
And she's like, pretty much she's like, easy. It's over. We're siblings now. Let's do our best to pretend this won't happen again. Okay? Okay. Weird. And he keeps being weird to her, and like she's just trying to ignore it, and she's like walking around that like place, like whatever, like, and she finds this box, and it's like this box with newspaper clippings about like the missing child to her. And she's like, this is like weird. And then the grandma finds her and is like, what are you doing looking through my house? What are you doing? Get out of here. Drop the box. Get out of here. What are you doing? She's like, something's up. Like, why is she getting freaked out about me seeing newspaper clippings about my kidnapping? What's going on? Something's up. So she starts trying to investigate it. And again, still, she has to work at the damn hotel as a maid, even though she's like the missing daughter, but they're making her work. And also, like, at one point, Claire Jean is like, I hate you, and I can forgive you for the cigarette thing, but I can't forgive you for being white trash.
Though this actually already happened, like, at the beginning. Like, I think it happened before the date, so I got the, like, plot mixed up. But regardless, it's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, oh, she gagged her. Oh, she took names. Like, don't play with Clara Jean, like, for real.
Okay, I can forgive you for that. But for being poor white trash? Honey, that is unforgivable.
Literally calls her white trash. Like, I was like, eight, left no crumbs personally. So Philip is still messing with her. Laura Jean hates her. Her mom is useless. Her dad is useless. The grandma is batty but mean. So it's like, damn, like she's literally alone. And literally she's like cleaning and everyone like bothers her. And again, Philip is not getting off of her back, will not leave her alone. And like at one point she's cleaning and Philip is like, come with me right now, come with me. She's like, what are you doing? Like, fine, like stop causing a scene, fine. Walks with him. He takes her to this little house on their like property, and she's like, what am I doing here? And he's like, grabs the flower, puts it behind her ear. He's like, come here, come here. He's like, this is our little secret place. This is my secret place. Let's come here, our little secret place together. We can come here together, we can keep it secret. And she's like, what are you doing? We're done. We're siblings. Do I have to spell it out for you? We are siblings. I'm not gonna come and make out with you in a house, a little house on the side of my property. What are you doing? So then she's like trying to push him off of her. Laura Jean opens the door with the grandma and is like, see, I told you they'd be here. Oh, sorry, not Laura Jean, Clara Jean, sorry. The daughter, the one that hates her, Clara Jean. It's like, I told you they'd be here. And the grandma's like, and then the grandma's like, you gotta stop this relationship between you and Philip. And Dawn is like, it's done. There's no relationship. Nothing was going to happen. It's done. I don't want him. Like, I don't. And so after that, it's kind of just swept aside that he's still trying to hook up with her, and she's still cleaning, and she's still trying to figure it out. So she's like asking people all around, and they're like, this one girl, nosy as hell, Cece, she's like, I heard da-da-da-da. She's trying to get all the tea. Like, mind your damn business, Cece. But Dawn asks Cece and is like, so what do you know about like my kidnapping? Like, what do you know? And Cece's like, I don't know. Like, I've heard a lot of things. And so she starts like trying to like uncover who was working the night of her kidnapping. And she's also like just trying to figure out who's all there. And at the same time, she's trying to mail a letter to her dad, but not real dad. Hey. Oh, my phone died. So I'm going to try and remember where I was to the best of my ability. Okay. So I think this was pretty much her trying to send the letter to her dad, and also something being fishy. So she was asking around and like doing some research on like who was working that night. And so while this is happening and she's working there, the grandma calls her in and is like, okay, so we need to make some changes. You're gonna wear this name tag and you're gonna be called Eugenia. Eugenia was the name she was supposed to have before she got kidnapped. So Dawn is her new name and Eugenia was the name she was given when she was born. She's like, you're gonna be called Eugenia now, and stop playing games with me. She's holding the letter that she gave the dad, and the grandma's like, I know everything. I own everything. I am everything. Don't play with me. And Donna's like,
Oh, who is you?
hell no. Hell no. I am not being called Eugenia. Screw you, whore. So she goes to work, takes the name tag off, literally throws it away, and then she finds one of the old, like the person in charge of like all the maids and servants of the hotel, and she's like, I need you to tell me what the day I was kidnapped. Like, what happened? And the girl's like, I'm not a gossip. I don't know. And then she's like, okay, well, I was looking into the nanny that I had when I was like a baby, like the girl that took care of me, and like, why did you keep her on for Clara Jean if I got kidnapped by her? Like, something's not adding up. The grandma fires everyone for anything. Like, literally put out this letter that I sent to my dad. She knows everything. So why would she keep the same nanny that was on watch when I was kidnapped for Clara Jean? And the girl was like, it's not her fault. She put you to bed and then came and talked to me like she does every night, and then went back and you were missing. She's a little funny in the head now though, so like, you're not gonna like, there's no point asking her. And then she's like, okay, leaves. Cece, nosy ass Cece is like, I don't know what she's talking about. Like, that girl's not that funny in the head. She's just old. Like, she's not crazy. She's just old. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. So then she's like, huh. So she's still alive, and you know where she is. And Cece's like, yeah. I hate Cece. Like, thank God. No more Cece. Cece's not important from this point on. Thank God. Cece pisses me off. She's so annoying. But she's literally about to leave and go find the lady, and then the grandma's like,
I'm your grandmother.
what are you doing? Where are you going? Where's your name tag? And she's like,
Lean back, acting like you gonna get up and do something. Get up and do something.
I didn't want to wear it. And the grandma's like, well then, you can stay in your room if you don't wear your name tag, okay? You can stay in your room, and you cannot eat until you wear your name tag. So she literally puts her in her room, and it's like, bye. Dawn doesn't eat for 2 days. She lays in there for 2 days. And also she lays in there with shoes on. Shoes on. She hasn't eaten for 2 days. Hasn't left her room in 2 days, but she has shoes on, and she's laying in bed with her shoes on. Her dirty ass shoes on. Her poor ass shoes on her bed. No. No. So it gets to the point where she's just like, I gotta eat. And she leaves. So, and then Philip, she's cleaning again. And then Philip is like, I have to show you something. Come with me. And she's like, Philip, stop. And he's like, come on, just come. He takes her to the house again. And first of all, based on what happened last time, I don't know why she would see the same trail he was going on before and he'd go down it again when he tried to like make out with her there. But she went anyway. And they went in the house and she went anyway. But like, Jamie's there. Philip was a good person. A little bit. And he brought Jamie to the house and was like, Dawn, look who's here for you. It's Jimmy. And Jamie was like, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. And she's like, Jimmy. And then it's like, it's weird vibes. It's like a little so much. Like, it's like, oh, you're excited to see your brother.
I was in the neighborhood.
Oh my God, Jimmy, what are you doing here? I thought I would never see you again.
Foster care wasn't for me.
You ran away.
Well,
Gave myself early parole. I told him he could stay for a few days. See, I've got 1 or 2 redeeming qualities.
Philip, thank you so much. I don't even know what to say.
Don't worry about it, as long as you're happy. I'll leave you 2 on to catch up.
Thanks.
Oh, sit.
who would have guessed this, huh?
So yeah, and then Philip's like, I'll leave you alone, like I'll let you guys catch up. And he's like, yeah, I did something good. I know for a fact he's like, oh. So basically he excused himself because there's like this really weird vibe between them, but Philip is too dumb to notice anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But they're getting together, and like it gets to the point where he's like, I knew you were different. Like, I just knew there was something different about you compared to us. Like, I always knew. What did you know? When you were sharing a bed with your sister, you're saying you knew something was up? When you were sharing a bed with your sister every night? She was different from the rest of you guys? Okay. I'm following. And he's like, that's weird, isn't it? It's like, it's weird. And Don's like, no, it's not weird. Like, it's not weird. And then he's like, it's not right. Like, it's not right. And she's like, yeah.
But you...
Dawn. It's hard for me to be here with you. I mean, you were my sister, and now you're not, and...
Why does that make it hard? It's still me.
I don't know how to describe it, and I'm really sure I don't want to. I mean, it shouldn't be weird, but it is.
Jimmy, just tell me.
I don't see you the same anymore. First you were a long champ, right? And now you're a cutler.
And what does that mean?
Dawn, I've just been having confusing thoughts about you ever since all this happened. I've been looking at you differently lately.
But like, what if we just met today? And he's like, what? And she's like, what if we like started over and just met today? And I'm going to literally act out the scene and then show it to you. But this is how it went. Like, let's start over. What? Let's just start over. Hi, I'm Dawn. Hi, I'm Jimmy. How many siblings do you have? One. Just one? Just one.
Differently lately. Oh. I mean, you're my sister, for God's sake.
No, but, I mean, you're right. I'm not.
Nope.
Wow. You are the closest person in the world to me. You can tell me anything. I mean, I just don't think I've ever thought that way, you know, like...
Yeah, I get it. It's cool.
But we aren't related in any way. What if we just met today?
Nope.
I'm Dawn Cutler. It's nice to meet you.
Jimmy Longchamp. Pleasure's all mine.
Tell me about yourself, Jimmy Longchamp. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have a little sister.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay, let's just go. I'm just gonna skip that. Okay, and at the same time, Jimmy's also trying to help her figure out what happened. So basically, the next day, I'm pretty sure the next day, she goes to the one lady, or like her nanny's house, or like senior living care, because damn, she's old. And she's like, this is my repentance. I knew I was alive in this wheelchair for a reason. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's eating me alive. Basically, let me break this plot down. Dawn's mother was mischievous and straight outside of the marriage, per se. Was pregnant with Dawn, the grandma was like, abort it. And the wife was like, no. Pretty much. And then convinced the husband that it was his kid. So the grandma was like, well, what do I do now? Like, my son thinks his kid is his. Like, I can't be like, your wife cheated. Like, I can't. Lets her have the kid. Pays the grandma, or not the grandma, but the nanny, a year's worth of money for that one night to just look the other way. And she does it. And then her parents her like bio, like her proto dad and proto mom just lost their baby. Like they gave birth and the baby died, and so they were like, take the kid. And so they did. And so this whole scheme the grandma and the mom set up to get rid of Dawn. Like there was no kidnapping. Her parents are actually good people, right? Like, and at this point I'm like, okay, like genuinely what is gonna happen next? Because I don't know like how much more I can take. Like I don't know how much more I can take. Like I really don't. So then Dawn gets back and she starts working again, and Clara Jean pulls up to her room and is like, you know, there's a necklace missing. And she's like, I didn't take it. Clara Jean's like, okay. And then the grandma's like, do you know anything about the missing necklace? And she's like, no. And she's like, okay, well, I need you to strip right now. And she's like, what are you talking about? You checked my room, it's not there. And the grandma's like, there's more than one place to hide it. Strip right now in the next 5 seconds, or I'll have Gustav, or whoever, this big buff guy behind her, I'll have Gustav do it for you. So then Dawn's like, Gustav, leave the room. Like a power move, like, and then she strips down, and then the grandma's like, we'll find it. We'll find it. We'll find it. And so she's like, okay, like, go ahead and find it, ho. Like, you're not gonna find it. Clara Jean is like, check under your mattress. It's there. Now you stole it. And she's like, I didn't put it there. You know, you put it there, ho. Like, don't play games with me. And the girl's like, and she's like, and I heard you last night flirting with your boyfriend. And Dawn's like, he's not my boyfriend. And she's like, oh, I know. But some pretty intimate things to be saying to your brother.
What I want to know is how you could talk to your brother like that. I mean, you know, he's not actually your brother, but still. Ugh.
And when I tell you, I literally stood up and clapped, because why is the enemy, the bully, the worst person to the main character speaking the most logic right now? That was her brother. Even if it's not biologically her brother, she grew up in a sibling dynamic with him, thinking it was her brother for 16, maybe 17 years of her life. And it's brushed past way too quickly that they immediately, the second they're not siblings anymore, they starting over and being really flirty. They shared a bed every night. They shared a bed every night. Every night they shared a bed. Every night. And they have these nasty feelings. Like, that's your sibling. That's so gross. That's so gross. They flirt too much. Too much. And also, guys, if you see me looking down, I'm literally like reading the notes because it's so much that I feel like I don't even know like what's going on. And then basically what happens then is next, like, she tries to like put the necklace in Clara Jean's room because, like, of course she's not gonna go down, but she literally does like the same exact day. And so she walks in Clara Jean's room, takes the necklace out of her pocket, looks up, the grandma and Clara Jean are there, and Clara Jean's like, I told you, grandma, I told you, grandma, like, she's a stealer, like, I told you. And then Clara Jean leaves, and the grandma's like, I knew it. You're nothing but the people that rate, like, you're nothing.
Well, here we sit with a liar and a thief.
Yes, but can she be fully blamed for that? I mean, consider who raised her.
So Clara Jean's like, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. And I guess I didn't keep many of my promises, did I? Oh, why is my earring open? Bye. And then she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, your little guest. Goes out. The cops are arresting Jimmy and taking him back to foster care. So then she's like, Jimmy, no, Jimmy. She's like, we'll figure this out, Jimmy, we'll figure this out. And they make out.
Let him go. He's not a criminal.
Ma'am, we have to take him back to foster care.
Please just uncuff him.
Get her inside.
Eugenia, please. They're just doing their job.
Forget it. I'll be 18 in a couple months. I'll come back for you. Okay?
That's it.
Dog, they don't bring my
Day after day. No one brings that up again. No one brings her and Jimmy making out while he's getting dragged into a cop car, which that was kind of hot because again, I think Jimmy is kind of fine. No one brings that up again. Okay. And then pretty much everyone's like, okay, this girl, something's wrong with her. And then Philip comes back. And she just got out of the bath, like crying, being emotional in the bath because Jimmy's in, like, you know, jail. And like, what is she gonna do now? Like, the kidnapping was fake, her dad's in jail for nothing. Like, come on, what are we gonna do? And then Philip comes into the bathroom. She just got out of the shower and he starts trying to get with her.
Can't stand to see you upset, Dawn. If there was some way I could take away this pain from you, you know I would do it.
What are you doing?
I just want to make you feel better, somehow.
Okay, Philip, I'm asking you to leave.
Dawn, you know my feelings haven't changed for you.
And we talked about this.
I just can't stop thinking about the things that I was going to teach you. Okay. Dawn.
You're my brother. Stop.
No, you want this as much as I do.
Get out.
He starts making out with her. Okay. He literally is trying to her. And she bites him to get him off of her. Like, he's trying to kiss her. She bites his lip. And the situation is not, the setup is not it, but it is the funniest thing in my life. He goes, you didn't have to bite me.
You didn't have to bite me.
I died laughing at that. It was the, like, I can't even describe it. Like, I don't know why I laughed. It's not funny. The situation isn't funny. And thinking back and explaining it right now, it's not funny at all. But, like, I laughed. Oh, I laughed. Oh. I thought Philip was a comedian. You didn't have to bite me. And then after that, she's just like, okay, I have nothing here. Let me figure out why I'm here and get my real family off. So then she's like, okay. And she goes and she talks to the mom about this. And she's like, this is what I know. This is what I heard. Is it true? And the mom is like, yeah. So basically, I would sleep around. And that's how she knew that that's when she found out that the grandma was like aborted and stuff. So basically, the mom backed up everything that crazy old loon said. And so she was like, okay, I'm done. After that, goes literally directly to the grandma and is like, I'm done. I know your secrets. I know your sister's secrets. I know that this whole thing was fake and that you're trying to set me up. And I know that you didn't want me to be here in the first place because you set up the kidnapping. You set it up. And the grandma's like, okay, like, yeah, I did, whatever, okay. And what are you gonna do about it? You can't do anything about it. What are you gonna do about it? So she grabs the phone. It's one of those old like dial phones. Dials one number, okay? Doesn't even go the dials one number. So it goes dirt. And she's like, yes, news. I have some gossip to report about the Cutler house. Oh yes, I'll hold.
Now I know the truth. Yes, could you connect me to the Richmond Gazette? Yes, hi. My name is Dawn Cutler. Who would I speak to about a scandal at the Cutler's Cove Hotel? Yes, I'll hold.
And the grandma's like, you can't really think this is working. And she's like, I know it is.
Do you really think you're intimidating me?
Yes.
Maybe you are a Cutler, after all.
And the grandma gives in, but like, it genuinely, that shouldn't have worked. The grandma should have ripped that damn phone out of her hand, hit her with it, and said like, shut up, go back. And the grandma was even like, it doesn't even matter because the old loon, her son works for my, like, one of my companies, so like, she's not gonna do that or else he's gonna lose his job. And like, you think the mom won't say anything, but yet, even knowing the mom won't say anything if she does it, and neither will the old lady, she gives into the rumors being spread. It doesn't make any sense. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense why this one event is what makes the grandma be like, yeah, no, like, she's bad. And she's like, maybe you are a Cutler after all. Oh, what? Why are you giving in? Why is this the hill you're gonna die on? TMZ, the girl's calling TMZ, and you're like, I'm done. Don't play. Don't play. And it definitely should have worked. Her demands are like, she wants her bio dad, or like her practical dad out of jail. The lead janitor, she wants him out of jail. She wants to get respect. She wants to be like, I want to be respected in this family. And you have to call me Dawn. And then she said, and I want to go to school in the fall. Because they took her out of school also. Sorry, forgot to mention that. They completely took this 16, 17-year-old out of school to work as a maid. That's not legal, but I guess it's the 70s, so maybe she was crazy, maybe it's just 70s. Let me know if you know that. She's like, I want to go to an art school in the fall so she can focus on her singing. She's gonna be a singer. And she gets all of her demands, and she's going to, in the next movie, she goes to a New York art school for singing. But like, that movie, I don't even know. I don't even know what this movie, like, it sounds like a lot and it sounds crazy, but like, explaining it is one thing and watching it is another. And also, I know I'm not the best at explaining movies, so like, you have to watch it. And that's why, like, if you watch this too, you need to watch it. You need to go watch it. Like, I know you're kind of wasting like 2 minutes of your life, 2 hours of your life, but like, oh my god, it's a car crash that you can't look away from. And the second movie is just, I don't know, it kind of feels like every movie they're shooting for a different genre and they're trying to shove as much stuff as possible into the movie, like as many tropes as possible. And then literally, I'm going to show you, I'm going to put on the screen the literal graph I made for this. Like, the way the only 2 people, because she's never kissed anyone, the only 2 people Dawn has kissed is her real brother and someone who was raised as her brother. Those are the only 2 people and sexual interactions Dawn has made, ever. But yeah, I don't even know what to say to this movie. I think everyone needs to watch it, and this is going to be a certified hood classic. It's gonna go triple platinum on my TV. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I kind of lost track of halfway through this video because my phone died, but it's okay. And then I am gonna shoot for the second movie next week, so look out for that. But definitely in the meantime, watch the first movie and the second movie in preparation. And I think there's more, but I've only watched the first two. I'm genuinely scared to know what happens after the second movie. I'm genuinely scared. I'm terrified. There's only so much more I can handle because the end of the second movie, it's diabolical. The whole series is diabolical. VC Andrews is diabolical. Yeah, that's it. Bye.